That seems real is illusory. God and I are one. Meher Baba. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Sorry. Thanks to beloved Baba. Jai Baba to all of you. We begin.
Cyrus,
Yes, dear.
before you begin, I just want to say something, and I want to thank Baba, because throughout your half an hour of talk, you did not cough at all.
Yeah.
And I was amazed. And today, here you are starting. So thank you, Baba.
There is a yoga called throat control yoga. So
Good for you. Good for you.
yeah. Even
Jai
yeah.
Baba.
Anyway, Chal, thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you,
So
Baba.
I'm sure everybody must have really enjoyed Baba's birthday. It was full of love, full of fun, full of his loving remembrance. That's the basic point. And what we are reading in the book is always hovering and culminating in wholehearted remembrance at all times. So now we are reading this chapter called Whose Wish? Whose Wish? And page number is 43. Go ahead.
It was mid-morning, and I was sitting with you in a secluded grove. The leaves glistened as the sun's rays filtered through them. I wondered if they were smiling at your presence. I was filled with contentment, tinged with bliss, or was it joy centered in calm? To the extent that my mind was working, I was thinking how happy I am, and selfishly, I wished more of my time could be spent like this, silently in your company. You sat quietly beside me, apparently unaware of my thoughts, and yet there was a smile on your face too. Suddenly, it came to me to ask, is us sitting here together because of my wish or yours? You raised an eyebrow and said, good question. However, I will answer that later. Then, in your loving concern, you asked me, are you happy with your life? I paused and said, it is not easy to answer honestly. Why not? Because this question from you evokes something deep in me, and many events of my life come to mind, both favorable and unfavorable. Life seems to be a tapestry woven with the threads of such happenings, so I'm hesitant to reply. Can you not survey your life and evaluate the tapestry in order to arrive at an answer? Somehow, that's difficult for me. Weren't you happy just some moments ago? You asked. If you are enjoying something, why doesn't your experience of enjoyment last? Because things continue to change. Nothing remains the same, I suggested. But what changes? Oh, it could be anything. Maybe the sun gets clouded over, or I suddenly get a little pain in my back, or a mosquito bites me. When I go through such changes, my sense of clarity is disturbed and I lose touch with my previous feelings of happiness. You shook your head. No, what really changes is your state of mind. Every second, both internal and external circumstances are vulnerable to change, and this affects a change in your mind. You looked at me as if to bring home this point. Just as you become aware of feeling satisfied, you worry that it won't last and you grasp onto the feeling. Your inability to remain satisfied with what presents itself each moment shows your lack of trust in me. You have doubts whether I will give you what you need at the right time. Your very attachment to your own satisfaction is its undoing. The mind has come into play, and it is the mind's nature to never remain content.
So just coming back to Baba's paragraph, which is very profound. We all go through these changes in life. Sometimes, some moments we are happy, the next moments we are not happy, and we are going on to like a wave, like a roller coaster ride. So, sorry, sorry. All right. So, Baba is asking, how do you feel? And the author says, I really don't know what to answer. Then he is prodding. Baba is saying, weren't you happy just a few moments ago? And Balanatuji says, yes, I was, but then things keep on changing all the time. And but what changes? And that is what the author says. Oh, it could be anything. Maybe the sun gets clouded over, or I suddenly get a little pain in my back, and all these things which happen to us, and we say that this is the change which is troubling us. And Baba says, you shook your head. Baba says, no, this is very important. What really changes is your state of mind. All experiences that we experience, the good, the bad, the ugly, is because of our state of mind. If the state of mind is tutored and trained to always remain happy, whatever may be the external circumstances or even the internal circumstances, then by and large we remain in a state of equipoise, equanimity, or to a very great extent, the changes that are not spiked too much. So your Baba says, no, what really changes is your state of mind. Every second, that means every moment, both internal and external circumstances are vulnerable to change, and this affects a change in your mind. External circumstances you cannot control, isn't it? We are not just talking about a mosquito bite or a cloud, or everything keeps changing externally, and there's no control. You don't have a control over that. To a certain extent, we do have a control of what is happening within us by being able to discern and discriminate what thoughts, feelings, I would say, and emotions one should entertain, and what thoughts, feelings, and emotions we should just push it back, or in a sense, handle. In other words, we have to be so stationed in the moment, in the eternal now, to be able to discern and to be able to know that these thoughts, feelings, and emotions are healthy for me, are serving me. They are of service to me. So you allow them, entertain them, allow them to come in. The moment any thought, feelings, or emotions, and mostly they are from the past that we all know, mostly. Some of them could be of the future, the anxiety, what will happen tomorrow, that kind of thing. The moment we analyze that these thoughts, feelings, and emotions are of disservice to me, they have already come in the past, I have felt miserable when they have come, then the most simple common sense thing would be not to entertain them. Simple as that. So your Baba says that both external as well as internal situations change every moment in our life. Baba uses the word every second in our life. And because of those changes, we have a change in our state of mind. You looked at me as if to bring home this point. Just as you become aware of feeling satisfied, you worry that it won't last and you grasp onto the feeling. You are happy, you are satisfied, you are content, you are enjoying, you are having joy. But sometimes that fleeting thought comes, what if this goes away? What if tomorrow something happens? And your mind, yeah, as we say, hitchhiking, it hikes on that particular thought. What if it goes away in the next moment? And then immediately we are saddened. So I'll repeat this. Just as you become aware of feeling satisfied, you worry that it won't last and you grasp onto the feeling. Your inability to remain satisfied with what presents itself each moment shows your lack of trust in me. In other words, if we have absolute and complete trust in Baba, then every moment we will feel satisfied as if Baba has willed that moment for us. And if Baba has willed it, who am I to be dissatisfied about it? In other words, one needs to train our mind in such a manner that in every moment of our life, we are totally in consonance with what Baba wants us to be, and then we are happy. So Baba says that if you don't feel happiness the next moment, it simply shows that you have no trust in me. You have doubts whether I will give you what you need at the right time. Your very attachment to your own satisfaction is its own, is its undoing. You can say own undoing. I repeat this sentence very. Your very attachment, we are attached to our own satisfaction, to whatever gives us joy, pleasure, whatever you call it, your satisfaction is itself, the very attachment is its undoing. The moment we are attached to anything, we are caught up in a trap. We feel that it may go away and therefore we suffer. Your very attachment to your own satisfaction is its undoing. The mind has come into play. Here the mind has come into play. And it is the mind's nature to never remain content. The mind always compares, contrasts, all kinds of things, and it wants to have more and more desire satisfaction, and therefore it is never content. Somebody had beautifully said, that we have got 32 teeth, and if by chance one tooth is missing, then the tongue is in the habit of only going to that one tooth, and keep on going to that one tooth and keep on thinking, my one tooth is missing, my one tooth is missing. But there are the 31, why don't you enjoy those? So in other words, the mind's nature is to be never content, never satisfied.
Pausing for a moment, you continued. There once was a man who had left the world in search of God. He had been wandering from place to place for some days as an ascetic. But one morning, he woke up with a thought, it would be very refreshing if I could have a cup of coffee. Just then, a generous person walked by and seeing the ascetic, thought of offering him some money. The aspirant was overjoyed that his small desire would now be satisfied. He went into a restaurant and ordered himself a cup of coffee. But no sooner had it come than he thought to himself, oh, if only I had a donut to dunk in this coffee. And if someone had given him the donut, I ventured, his mind would have prompted him to want a plate of toast and jam. And if he had gotten that, eggs and sausage and cereal. And if he had gotten that too, he would have started complaining about a bellyache. Both of us laughed. You see, he forgot about his search, and instead of being God-minded, he became food-minded.
So in other words, in this paragraph, Baba is saying that one desire leads to the other. Satisfaction of one desire, you like to have something more, something more, something more. And ultimately, at any given point in time, you are always dissatisfied because a want is a lack of something. And once you get caught on to a lack, L-A-C-K, lack, then it keeps on increasing. The more you have, the more you want to have. And in the bargain, we forget what for we are here on earth. That's the Baba uses the word that he forgot that what is he was in search of God. But now he has, instead of becoming God-minded, he has become food-minded. So we all must always, from time to time, self-reflect and find out what am I doing here? Why am I here for? What is my role that I have to play in this creation? And then that would at least to some extent keep us on track rather than being swayed away by all the other things of life.
People start with one wish, but that wish soon becomes complicated by further wants demanding to be fulfilled. What an irony that, like the ascetic, people begin to take their wants as God's wish.
So this is another very important thing. We are stamping our wants, our desires, our cravings as if it is God's wish. Many of us, I have seen it personally, oh, it's Baba's wish. Otherwise, it would not have happened. the very fact that this happened means it is God's wish. We are not going into the depth of it because there's a world of difference between, as we have used this word earlier, between Baba approving a certain act of ours and Baba allowing a certain act of ours. In the past also we had seen that Baba is very clearly saying that I never impose myself on you. You are given a free choice. Howsoever limited it may be, the free will or the free choice, we are expected to use it with intelligence. And by intelligence, I mean with spiritual maturity. And if we don't do that, Baba is not going to come in the way and say, stop, don't do it, my son or my daughter. No, he will allow us to do. He will allow us to learn learn from our own mistakes, learn our lessons, and then ultimately we will take a U-turn and come to what Baba wants us to do or be.
What an irony that, like the ascetic, people begin to take their wants as God's wish. I am not telling you this to discourage you, but to reveal to you the inner working of the mind behind your abilities and limitations.
That means behind our abilities, capabilities, whatever you call it, and also on the negative side, the limit, behind the scene, there are lots of things happening in our mind, and for which we say we do not have any control. And to a certain extent, yes, our samskaras are so powerful that it is supposed to only impel us, but in turn, many times it compels us to do a certain act which we know is not the correct thing to do.
Feeling a little discouraged, I asked, is it human nature to always want more and more? Are people doomed to ever remain dissatisfied? This is the mind's nature, but not one's original real nature.
Again, very important. Sorry.
You pointed out.
You pointed out. Many times, when Baba says be natural, then okay, I've got anger, I've got greed, I've got jealousy, I've got hatred, pride, whatever. I'm natural, so I'm doing. But that is not the real nature of the real self. The real nature of the real self is bliss, is peace, is contentment, is love, is joy, is nobility, and all that. So you will see, did I read the last word?
This is the
Correct.
yeah.
This is
the mind's nature.
This is the mind's nature. It is the nature of the mind, but not the original real nature. It is a cultivated nature. It is a nature which is hounded by the past karmas. And when we act into that, or when we succumb to that, we say, well, it's very natural for me to feel dejected, to feel defeated, to feel whatever, depressed and all that. But that's not the sad, whatever. It is not the mind's real nature. That's what Baba is trying to say.
Once again, I was unsure how to respond, and sensing my confusion, you came to my rescue. The mind is like a small girl who is given a delicious biscuit. In her delight, she squeezes the biscuit so hard in her hand that most of it crumbles to pieces on the floor. You must relax your mind's grasp and allow each moment to be as it is, letting it flow on in a natural way.
See, the last sentence is beautiful. You must relax your mind's grasp. That means the mind's grip on us is so tight. So we must gradually, this is my interpretation, that controlling mind and all that is out of question. If you control, it will just compress and suppress like a jack in the box, in the moment. At any given point in time, in our weaker moments, it will just spring out, and that will be worse. So this is my personal take, not controlling the mind, but to be able to make friends with your mind, to be able to talk to your mind, to be able to divert or deviate the thoughts and feelings and emotions of the mind. So here Baba says, you must relax your mind's grasp and allow each moment to be as it is, letting it flow on in a natural way. So in other words, if we are contesting and fighting the environment or situation each moment, then it is not going to help. What will help is at any given point in time, bring home Baba's loving remembrance, his loving presence, the trust in him that whatever that is happening, he is aware of it, he knows about it. And then it doesn't mean that you will not do anything. It simply means that when you enthrone Baba and his name and his form within our being, then that form, name, whatever you call it, that energy, that power will guide us properly as to what should be our next step, rather than our samskarically burdened mind guiding us. More or less, we always get guided by the mind, but they are all, what should I say, slaves of samskaras. So instead of being guided by the mind, we get guided by the presence of Baba within us. So that is what I would interpret this particular sentence. Rakesh has a question. Yes, Rakesh.
Jai Baba, everyone.
Jai Baba, dear.
So you explained, I mean, Baba said you be natural and we should aim at reducing mind's grasp
Which
on
natural,
our
which
action
natural,
and on our consciousness.
not
Original.
the original naturalness, which we don't even know and we can't even have access to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when Baba also tells us to be spontaneous, will he mean that that time also we got to lose the mind's grasp on it, or because we can't be relieved of all the sanskaras and the grip of
Correct.
everything, that is there.
Correct.
So what will spontaneity mean?
I would say in any of our sessions, what it would mean, first we build a platform, and that platform is Baba's loving, wholehearted remembrance. And anything that sprouts from there, which is from when you talk about spontaneity, then it is perfectly okay. But if we are spontaneous in our samskaric nature, we are somebody slaps me and I slap him, it's a spontaneous reaction, isn't it? Isn't it? So I don't think Baba means that spontaneity. What Baba means by spontaneity is first you prepare the ground. Like how when you are sowing the seed, you till the ground and all that, water it and prepare the ground of what? Prepare the ground of wholehearted, loving remembrance of Baba. And then anything that sprouts out of that ground is, according to me, spontaneous. I don't know whether I'm making myself clear.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
I was deeply moved by what you shared with me, and I humbly asked, so what should I do?
So this is a very beautiful question. I think most of us, including myself, we want somebody to tell us what should I do. So like Balnatuji also said, "Okay, all this philosophy of now what should I do?" And again and again and again and again, Baba brings home this point that you don't think that you have to do anything. Just hold me tight to your bosom, so to speak. Just remember me wholeheartedly, and everything will flow naturally, spontaneously, as I want it to follow, rather than what your mind wants it to. So here he's asking, so what should I do now? Tell me, please tell me. I don't want philosophy. Tell me what should I do?
The trick, you replied,
The trick.
is to remember me.
Again and again, the same thing. The trick is to remember me.
And you leaned back with a very contented smile on your face. Ah, I exclaimed. Now I'm on more familiar ground.
Because all the time Baba was talking about remembering him. So now I am on a more familiar ground. Okay, remembering. Now go on.
Lovingly remembering you, it always comes back the same thing, doesn't it? You nodded and said, and for the same reason. And what is that? I asked. Remembering me with trust is the only remedy for all ailments because I am the life in all things and beings.
Beautiful. See, why do Baba keep saying, why remember him? Why can't I remember my wife or somebody else or my mother-in-law? Huh? Okay. So here Baba says, which is very profound, remembering me with trust is the only remedy for all ailments, Venetia, so to speak. Because, why? Because I am the life, capital L, in all things and beings. Because he is the being of all beings. He is existence personified in everyone and everything, and therefore remembering him will give us the most benefit or whatever it helps us the most. Right.
The mind is stuck in the rut of comparing and contrasting everything it experiences. You see a charming sunset, but soon may feel disappointed that it was not as glorious as the one the night before. Or you may feel happy because it is even more spectacular, but you still worry that tomorrow will be a cloudy day.
So we have got this habit of always comparing and contrasting, as a result of which we always remain unsatisfied.
Yet, remembering me more and more shakes the mind from its age-old habit of comparing and contrasting, and you start to see everything in the present as a manifestation of my wish.
So in other words, again and again, Baba says, be stationed, anchored in the eternal now, the present moment, and keep remembering me, have trust in me, and accept what the present moment is offering as coming from me. So he doesn't want us to go to the past. He doesn't want us to lean to the future. He says, be stationed, anchored, focused, mindful, alert in the present moment.
Then you can begin to appreciate each event fully, and every change fills your heart with fresh wonder.
So every change, because we are stuck up on one thing, every change disturbs us. But if we are not stuck up anywhere, anytime, we are only focused on the present, then every change that we go through, because of our trust in Baba, because his presence in our life, will make us wonder at that change. Although externally, overtly, it may not be some change which is beautiful, but then we will learn the art of seeing Baba and experiencing Baba in illnesses, in sicknesses, in accidents, in wars, in all the dirty things, and all the vulgar things, and all the bad things. That's what Baba said in that poem, You Alone Exist, Tum Hi To Ho. We have done this earlier, where he's a mosquito, he's a this, he's a pig, he's a that, and all that. Why? Because Baba says, do not change a single word, because the time has to come now when they should be able to experience God, not only in the good and the beautiful and the acceptable things, but also in the unacceptable things. And the moment you accept it in the unacceptable things, the things may not change, but it ceases to affect you because you have accepted it as Baba's grace, as Baba's prasad, as Baba's whatever you call it. See the beauty of that sentence.
This raises an age-old question, I'm afraid. If everything is in fact a manifestation of your wish, then why should I control my mind? If it is, my sentence trailed off as I saw you shaking your head. You can't get off that easily, you replied. Don't try to hold me responsible for your carelessness. If the sun is shining and you stay inside and complain about the darkness, is that my fault or yours? It's mine, I replied. That's right. Life itself is an unfolding spectacle at every moment. You just have to open the eyes of your heart. So, how should I look at life? Every moment of time, every movement in creation is the blossoming of infinite creativity in an attempt to know its real nature. When you said this, I felt a thrill of excitement, as if for a moment I had a sense of great panorama of history being a surging quest for self-knowledge.
Sorry. In other words, my interpretation to this would be that everything is happening in the domain of illusion. Everything that you are doing, basically you are using your apparent free will. Although there is the supporting platform of God's will, you cannot do that act unless it is supported by God's will. So Baba says the God's will is all encompassing. And whatever decisions you take, or whatever choices you make in the domain of illusion, you are ultimately, in a sense, responsible to bear the consequences of your actions. Don't blame me for that. That's what Baba said. Don't make me responsible. Don't blame me for all the actions that you have taken. You see. And again, Baba had earlier said, I do not impose myself on anything. I've given you a free leeway. You see. And in that arena, in that globe, in that space, you are given the free choice, the free will to behave, whatever. You cannot go beyond that space. We had done that earlier. It's like a cow which is tied to a peg, and there is the long rope is there. So the circumference is there, grazing here, there, everywhere. So the cow can graze here or here or here or here. That is the free choice. The cow cannot go beyond the circumference of the circle, which is marked by the length of the road, the radius, rope, the radius. So in other words, there is a certain element of free will, but there is no complete free will. So that's what is trying to say, that don't blame me. You took the action, you're responsible for it.
When you said this, I felt a thrill of excitement as if for a moment I had a sense of great panorama of history being a surging quest for self-knowledge. Do you mean to say that it's a sort of centrifugal and centripetal synchronicity? With a mystery.
Centrifugal is going out from the center, and centripetal is coming from out and towards the center. So what the author is using bombastic words. Do you mean that all this is there? See what Baba is saying.
With a mischievous smile, you said, if you are proud of such high-sounding words, then you may say this, but reality can never be expressed in such a way, in a high-sounding way. I felt ashamed as I realized my obvious attempt to pretend to know more than I do was ludicrous. You seemed
Ludicrous,
idiotic,
stupid, unthinkable, stupid, like that.
You didn't seem to mind. Do you want me to tell you all that you need to know? You asked, leaning forward as if about to impart a great secret. Yes, I said, breathless for your reply. All that you really need to know is to leave everything to me. And with this dawns the wisdom to give the right response to each situation, which will help you remain joyful in every moment. Serious but smiling, you continued. In fact, there is only my wish. If your wish is supreme, why do you allow us to deviate from the right path? These detours are horrible, I commented. With a beaming countenance, you answered, it is because of my unconditional love. My love is most powerful and at the same time most helpless. So I cannot impose my wish on you or anyone. I give you a choice.
So here again, because of his unconditional love, he allows us to falter. He allows us to make mistakes. He allows us to, detract or go astray, so that we may make mistakes, learn from our mistakes, correct our way of being, and then finally merge with him. So here Baba says it is because of my unconditioned. So the whole mechanics of creation is such, that he is the most loving. At the same time, he is also most helpless, because perhaps in his law, whatever he may have formed, he must have said, that I will not impose myself on anybody. So he allows us that little freedom, so as to play around, to fall down, to hurt ourselves, to brush ourselves, and again stand up and walk. So that is what Baba is trying to say.
Very smart.
Yeah, law of karma is very smart, but that is in the domain of illusion. But he is beyond all laws, and he also functions as per his law. And his law is this, that everything is happening by my wish only. But in that my wish, big my wish, there is also a small container called your wish. And if you operate from your wish, then I will not interfere, intervene, impose. You continue. But if you adopt and inherit my wish as your wish, then obviously the game is done. You know, you are a winner, because all the time everything that happens to us is according to his wish. He will give us the right feeling, the right thought, the right intuition, the right way of functioning, and then the day is done. I hope I am making myself very clear. Yes, Lishar, go ahead.
Jai Baba Cyrus
Jai
ji,
Baba to you.
Jai
Bolo
Baba
ji.
Soumya and everybody. Jai Cyrus ji, this last paragraph, may I please request to be reread? It's a
Of course.
very
Okay.
beautiful paragraph. And
Yes.
then one question that that comes to my mind is that in the beginning, when you said that Baba is saying that you don't trust me and you don't have faith in me, that I'll look into your issues and save you. This question comes to my mind is that yes, I would definitely trust Baba that he will pull me through. But our mind being the way it is, it always plays a lot of tricks. And in God Speaks or somewhere, Baba has written that the biggest miracle of life is mind. So mind can, sometimes play you into different moods, different, frame of mind. So I don't trust myself in that sense. I trust Baba. So in such a situation, how would you kind of, guide or
Baba
advise?
is guided. I don't have to guide. First of all, I have not read anything in God Speaks where Baba talks about biggest miracle is mine. I have not read. If you can point that out to me, I'll be very thankful. Number
Yes,
one.
I will.
Number
Yeah.
two. Number two is when Baba says you trust me, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. They say, are we complaining? Are we brooding? Are we weeping about the way we are? Are we comparing ourselves with others? If we are, then obviously it means that we are not trusting Baba. That is how I would interpret. You see, different people will interpret in their own way. But the moment I'm in a complaint mode, I'm in a comparing mode, I am in contrasting mode, it means that I am not trusting that Baba's will is prevailing within me, because I have not yet enthroned Baba in my mind, in my heart. You see. So in other words, what Baba means by trusting in me would mean, that we are in a state of acceptance of what is happening to us, not in the sense of a foolish people, a drunkard would accept, an idiot would accept, but that is a different type of acceptance. Acceptance with the knowledge that everything that is happening by Baba's will in my life, because for me, Baba is the supreme, because I have already enthroned Baba honestly and sincerely in my mind and my heart. I don't know whether I'm getting through. What is important is, see, a person who is, I care two hoots, I care a damn kind of thing. They are also accepting everything that comes. They are unaffected. But that is not the type of unattachment that I think Baba doesn't want it to be that way. Baba wants it to be in very different way, with strong holding and footing, that Baba is with us, Baba is with me, Baba is guiding my steps. Everything that is happening to me is happening by Baba's will, and I accept it. And again, I have been saying this acceptance does not mean that you will not do anything about it. And I give this oh, so-called, off-repeated example, that if I am sick, it doesn't mean, oh, Baba wants me to sick, so I will not take medicine. It doesn't mean that. It simply means that you accept it. It simply means that you do not waste your energy on why me, poor me. Instead of wasting, you invest your energy. Now what not? What next? Baba, what should I do now? So that is how I would look at and she wants you to read the last paragraph.
With a beaming countenance, you answered, "It is because of my unconditional love. My love is most powerful and at the same time most helpless. So I cannot impose my wish upon you or anyone. I give you a choice."
So he's not imposing his wish. He's giving us a choice. You take the step. But when we have already I use the word same thing, enthroned him, then my wish, I'm just setting it aside, and I'm operating from Baba's wish. That means total trust, total acceptance of what is.
What patience, what sacrifice to suffer for our sake. My love willingly sacrifices and patiently waits until each one is ready and willing to hearken to my inner call.
Baba had said elsewhere that in this advent I have exercised my patience to the utmost. That means in his earlier advents, of course, he would have exercised patience, but in our times, he had exercised his patience to the utmost.
I felt deeply moved. I knew your explanation was specially tailored for me. Your responses are always universal and at the same time personal.
So although these responses apparently are aimed only at the author, they equally apply to each one of us, universe.
Easing the conversation into a lighter way, you added, you want me to wish what you wish, like the naughty little boy who would go to the movies every day. His friends were often surprised and once asked him how he could do this. The boy answered, it is God's wish. How do you know? One exclaimed. Well, I flip a coin, answered the boy. If it is heads, it's God's wish. The friends were amazed. You always get heads when you flip the coin? Well, sometimes I have to try many times.
So that is what we do. This is very favorite example, that we, like Baba says, want what I want. Baba says, I want you to want what I want. But instead of you wanting to want what I want, you want me to want what you want. And then finally, when you make me agree to what you want, you even go and tell others that that is what I want. So here is the same thing, that instead of our doing what Baba wants, we do what we want and we trust it on Baba, blame it on Rio, as they say, oh, it's Baba's wish. It is Baba who wants me to do that.
So you see, people have invented countless excuses to justify their wishes and convince others these wishes are mine.
Right.
However, only when one begins to realize that my wish alone prevails in the end, will the individual gradually become resigned to it.
Well, ultimately, at the end of the long journey, it is God's wish that will prevail. So why should I insist on my wish, which is impermanent, transient, a passing show? Why should I wish that my wish be fulfilled? Because ultimately, with the fulfillment of that wishes, those wishes, I'm actually detouring from the straight path and ultimately going all the way around and coming back to where Baba wants me to be. There's a nice chapter, we've done this before, Awake Now, in that small book called Mayor Baba Calling, but we won't do that today. We've done it about 2-3 times before. Very beautiful message where Baba says, that instead of doing what I want you to do, you go your own way. And then after, struggling and suffering, you come the same. Innumerable lifetimes, so that way.
But what does it mean when people talk about free will? I asked. A nice expression, but it does not mean what the words seem to convey.
It's a nice expression, but it doesn't mean what the world seems that this is what is conveying.
If you wish to float in the air or stand in the rain or not get wet, can you do it? Total free will is a misnomer. There are innumerable laws of nature, not to mention influences of people around you, circumscribing your thoughts and deeds.
So total free will is a misnomer. There are certain rules even in that so-called free will. Like Baba said, if I want to fly, I can't fly. There are certain restrictions to that. And we are always constantly bombarded by the environment. So that's what Baba said, but people, and they keep on. What is it, last sentence?
If you wish to float or stand, total free will is a misnomer. There are innumerable laws, not to mention influences of people around you.
Influence of the people around you.
Circumscribing your thoughts and deeds.
So the people, in other words, why people? In other words, the environment circumscribes the way we think and the way we behave.
You have to be aware of these factors and make discriminating choices that will lead you to truly accept my wish.
What Baba is trying to convey is that there is an external influence and there is an internal influence. The external influence is the environment, the event, the occurrence, the situation, the people you come across. Those are the external influences which will definitely influence you and circumscribe what actions, what thoughts, what feelings, what emotions you will have at any given point in time. On the internal side, we have this Herculean, Himalayan load of samskaras, impressions, which means tendencies, which means habit patterns, which means things which we have been doing as a routine without even knowing what we are doing. So there are these two influences, and we are sandwiched in between. So here, that's why Baba says that you read the last one.
You have to be aware of these factors and make discriminating choices
You have to
that will lead
discriminate
you,
and make choices
that
as
will lead you to truly accept my wish.
so one has to be, so this can only happen, the Baba says, this can only happen when we are centered in the moment, the eternal now, every moment. You see, if we are not centered, then we will be driven. You know, it will be like a wind. When wind is blowing and the leaves will just, or the dust will just flow off. Why? Because it is not centered. So if we are not centered at every given point in time, we would be either influenced by the external factor, which is what I said, people around us, the situations and all that, or by the internal factor, which are our tendencies and habit patterns. But if we are centered and if we use the discrimination of what should I do in this point in time, at this moment, what am I expected to do? What should I do that Baba will be pleased? Or in other words, what is Baba prompting within my heart, giving me an intuitive thought, an intuitive feeling as to what I should be doing in the moment. And if we do that ongoingly, then it could perhaps be said that we are accepting his wish, his will, and we are behaving according to how he wants us to be.
The clarity of your explanation was touching, and we sat silently together for a short time. You broke the silence by saying, "Isn't this your lunchtime?" I knew this was one of your graceful and playful ways to end the day's conversation. Yet I requested, "Excuse me, what about a brief answer to my first question, whether our being here together is your wish or mine?"
That is the first question he had asked Baba. And Baba said, okay, I'll let you know a little later. And Baba was trying to, in a sense, escape and saying, isn't it your lunchtime now?
Or maybe he will be checking whether they really
Yeah,
mean
wait,
it.
many times it happens like that. You know, many people ask questions and they forget that they have asked question. The Baba is not replying. But if we are really sincere about getting an answer to our sincere question, then of course Baba would
We'll
answer.
pursue.
Baba would answer in his own way. This is how it is.
With ease and humor, you replied, it is our wish.
It is not a question of your wish or my wish. It is our wish.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Nee.
Okay. Earlier on, we had done that, you know, that the divine will always adjusts itself to the human will. We had done that earlier. In other words, we had also done it that we, in our small, limited application of what we call as the free choice or the free will, we become co-creators in our own destiny. I would not say destiny in our own fate, because destiny for all is the same, as Baba had beautifully explained. So in other words, at any given point in time, it's always a combination of so-called my wish and God's wish, my will and God's will. And therefore, Baba says that that particular day on which we sat together and I visited you, it was our wish.
And a soft smile played about your lips. Though puzzled, I decided not to probe deeper into the matter. So, thanking you, I left the grove. After walking some distance, I could not resist the urge to turn and walk back, hoping you would give me some clue about your reply, our wish. But when I reached the spot where we had been sitting in the grove, I did not see you. All the trees were filled with the soft, radiant glow, and the rustling of their leaves sounded like laughter. I felt they were making fun of my confusion. I turned back around, muttering to myself, "Oh, well, perhaps it is your wish that I look for the answer myself. Matchless are your ways of awakening. Whose wish? Our wish."
All right, so there ends the chapter. We still have a little time. Obviously, I won't start a new one. If somebody wants to ask questions on this, well and good. If somebody wants to share how did they enjoy Baba's birthday, well and good, you can do that. Or otherwise, I'll have to depend on Soumya to maybe sing a song or a bhajan or a dhoon or whatever. Anybody would like to share something on yesterday's important event of the 128th birth anniversary of our beloved Lord? Because we have people from all around here, so maybe somebody would like to share if they want to share, that is obviously. If it is your wish to do it. Anybody?
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question
Oh my.
just to help. Okay, no, you read to us parts from the Bombay Connection book. Okay, the one I really love, and it was good you gave it back to us by reading it, is that tennis ball being thrown back and forth, pillow ball, Baba ke.
Reach the goal. It will reach the capital G.
Baba?
It's a
Okay.
superb example where Baba talked.
Absolutely.
Baba told
Absolutely.
our founder president. Yes, yes.
Correct. So please, is there a page number in the book where that's written?
I'll give it to you on your private chat. Yeah.
Thank you.
If
Thank
don't
you.
mind.
Because I wanna read that section again.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. But
Thank you.
many people may not have heard that. I'm just repeating it in a nutshell. That
Yeah.
whenever you are engaged in any Baba activities, there is every possibility that people will criticize you, people will oppose you, people will say things about you, people want to let you down, etc., etc. So Baba has said, remember, God has said to our very own first president, Sorabji Siganporia, who was actually named by Baba himself, as saying that just as a football, be like a football. When the football is kicked, it will go here and there and everywhere. But ultimately, it will reach the goal. And then Baba says that you also have to take it all in your own stride and do not be defeated, do not be depressed, do not be, affected by it, because ultimately you will also reach the goal. And Baba had used the capital G, which I said was a very, very profound statement from God himself to any human being that you will reach the goal. So that's great. I'll let you know the page number.
Thank you, Cyrus. Thank you. Jai
Most
Baba.
welcome. Jai Baba. Ram has something to share. He never asks questions. Go ahead. Go ahead. Unmute your mic, please. Unmute your mic. Rakesh is not allowing you to unmute, is it?
No, I have not locked up.
What happened?
He has to unmute the mic.
Okay, you can do a sign language. We will all.
Like Baba.
What's happening?
I have no.
You don't know. He says he doesn't know. So there is at least something that he doesn't know. Yeah, you are.
No, yet it is mute.
It is still mute. Oh, what's happening? Another time. What happened? We can't hear you, Ram. We can't hear you.
You're not?
You're not audible. Can you hear yourself? I just want to find out whether you are speaking or miming.
Rakesh, can you help him?
Unmuted.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Ram. Ram, go ahead. But again, same thing.
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Are you using a headphone or earphones?
No, remove your mask. Remove your mask. Your mask is masking your voice.
Mic is unmute, showing unmute is mic.
I'm even unmute. Mine also is unmute. Maybe the connection. Just see the connection of your wire with the. No, can't hear you. So sorry, my dear.
Maybe it's supposed to
No,
say.
it's all right. It's all right. He said it's all right. I can read his lip.
Ask him to write it to you.
Yeah.
If he's
Would you
able
like to write on the chat? Would you like to write on a chat?
The question.
The question, yes. No, you can hear, Soumya. Don't mind. I am having a feeling that some jack must have come out from your, is there a jack or something?
Are you using earphones or headphones?
No.
We can't hear you.
Okay. Tomorrow. Later on. Sorry about that. Sorry. All right. Anybody else has anything to share about yesterday's birthday celebration?
What Rakesh did, Rakesh Gupta?
No, I don't want to ask anybody particularly. If somebody wants to share, they're most welcome.
It
Yes,
was
Pradeep?
beautiful. It was just beautiful. It
was.
was full of
Daryl is talking
Baba's
about-
love.
Yes.
It was really, really full of Baba's love.
True.
We were all together in his love, really immersed, and very well done. Thank you to all of you who
Yes.
have
Thank you,
put in a
Baba.
lot of effort. Yes, and I think at this moment you thanked Rakesh anyway, but I would
I did
also
thank.
like to
I don't know whether
Rakesh.
Rakesh is aware of that.
Yeah, I see it.
You heard it, huh?
Thank you.
Rakesh,
No.
we thank you. We thank you, Rakesh,
No, but really, it's a task,
all your hard work. Thank you, Baba.
So I think we still have a few minutes, 4 minutes. Let's end with the Baba's.
Please come back.
No. Ram,
Ram?
you want to try again? No, okay, it's not working.
I love this there.
Not working, I don't know why. See, I can read his lips. I'm expert.
Iris, I love to put you on YouTube. In the morning, I could not get up, so I saw it in the night.
I saw it in the night.
Oh, okay. Well, that was just that. It was my duty to thank people who are. Normally we don't do it, but I made an exception because I know how without these talented people who know how to operate this, what we call virtual platforms, we would not have been able to do this. For the last 2 years, we have been really coming closer and closer. In fact, so it behooves a mention. I would say that way. All right. Anyway, so Soumya, come on. We have about 3 minutes more. Any dhun you can take, your choice. And if you want to join in, you're welcome to join in. Although I know it would be very chaotic, but you're fine. It's fine to join in this.
Meher Baba, 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 Meher Baba. Meher Baba, 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 Meher Baba. Meher Baba, 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 Meher Baba. Meher Baba, 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 Meher Baba. Avtar Meher Baba ki jai. Jai Baba, thank